Hello everybody, welcome to the Football Fill-In. Unfortunately, it's just going to be me and Tom today. Watto, where's Watto, by the way?
MIA.
MIA.
Don't you worry, boys. Don't you worry. Look here. Been hiding behind the couch all weekend. There's been team been doing that.
He's been spying on us. What are you doing spying on us from behind there, mate?
Can't admit to anything like that.
he is ex-Southampton after all.
That's the worst intro ever, but I love it.
It's good.
Watto's knees and back.
That's so bad for me to have done that.
Come on, Watto.
I'm in anyway, Right. Spygate doesn't count here.
Good weekend, Watto?
Fantastic. I'd our old friend Big Steve right up from Southampton.
Big Bear.
We had a nice barbecue, big barrel of beer between us. Me and Steve sending into it. And he's hoping that the AFL are going to be really kind to Southampton.
That'd be nice.
So you got a barrel of beer in?
Yeah, of course.
How many pints you get out of a barrel?
There's only about 88
72 in a firkin.
Oh, it was a big
9 gallon.
You ain't got through a barrel.
Oh, no, I ain't got through it, but I intend to by the end of play today. Celebrating Anna. Ethan's Cup final. We're rolling early this morning. Is at Aston Villa, 11:30 kickoff, so I'm racing over to Villa.
Go on, Ethan.
Who's he playing for?
School team. Could be his last ever match for the school team. Birmingham Cup final, Villa Park. Let's get the win, and I'll get obviously all the lads back and finish the beer.
What's the team called?
It's Arden School.
Go on. Ethan, Arden School.
Boom.
It.
Come on.
Villa Park, all the best, mate. Tomasi, good weekend?
Yeah, cracking, mate. Yeah, bit of cycling, bit of family time.
Nice.
Yeah, what about you? A little bit of golf?
A lot of golf, an awful lot of golf.
Wife away, was she?
Wife was away, so brother came round, played, and my son actually, Louis, we played golf like all weekend. I'm knackered now, to be honest with you. And watched the golf last night under the rain. Oh, it's beautiful. We were nailing it down with rain. I was watching the golf on the telly. It was beautiful, it was. Anyway, quickly, before we move on from Southampton thing, genuinely, what do we think is going to be the outcome from this? Like, they can't surely kick Southampton out, can they?
You're in a better place.
Oh, yeah. I look, they've obviously been caught with the pants down. It's obvious that they've done what they've done.
Hey, the whole story is ridiculous, by the way, isn't it? Running into the golf club, like, changing outfit.
It's like Clark Kent.
Come on.
Yeah, look, it's obvious what's happened. Obviously, with the Bielsa thing with Derby 4 or 5 years ago, whatever it was, I think they changed the rules so that there could potentially be more of a sanction, because I think Leeds got hit with a 200 grand fine.
Right, yeah.
Bielsa paid it on his own, didn't he? Because it was him that had asked for. Yeah, so the only thing at Southampton is when it gets to the tribunal, which is supposed to be tomorrow, I think, it's just how the 3 guys or women on the panel view the fact that it's so blatantly been cheating. You know what I mean? So if there's an ex-football coach or manager, it'd be like when Kim Hellberg come out after the game, he's speaking that the coaching, the training, the hard work that he's put in all week just gets nullified by the fact that somebody watches it. Ultimately, they've sent a guy up there to watch it, so it's who has given that autonomy.
What do you think the outcome will be? What do you think they'll do?
I think they'll probably give them a fine and points if they're in the Football League.
What do you reckon if they win the playoff though? Do you reckon they get points in the Premier League?
No, because it's a different entity, isn't it? So if Southampton got up and stayed in the Premier League for 20 years, nothing, basically nothing.
But the second they come back down to the Championship,
they'll have
points again.
They'll have a.
What do you reckon will happen?
Do you know what? I think I don't know. There'll be a massive fine. I don't know. What do you think?
I think just fine.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll. But
it opens up a very Pandora's box, doesn't it? Because listen, you lads have always been in football. Is it fair to say these things happen?
One way or another, these things happen. Whether it's directly spying at the side of the pitch behind a tree, or whether it's kind of ringing somebody who might play for somebody and trying to find out a little bit of information.
We've said this before about England, haven't we? Like, I used to work for England, like the biggest job you could ever have. And we'd name the team on the morning. By the time I woke up, if I'd had a kip in the afternoon, bloody Sky Sports knew what our team was.
Somebody's always talking to
somebody. So it's all like, and that's not being malicious against our team. That would have been an agent phoning a player. Are you in tonight? No. What's the team? And it's just as easy as that.
Yeah.
So there's always something on the back of it. I just feel like it's diluting it for sure. And ultimately, I mean, they're talking about the potential of the game not being on Saturday. Yep. So what does Hull fans do? Southampton, Steve told me they're obviously selling tickets. They expect to be going to Wembley on Saturday. So there's so many things to unravel if you change the date.
Southampton, if they get the worst sanction, we're going to move on in a second. Even if they get the worst sanction where they drop out of the playoff final, they can then appeal.
Yeah.
So then they have to wait for the whole appeal process, which is going to have to happen in the next day.
I mean, all of this is pretty serious stuff, but at the same point, it's pathetic.
It's pathetic, is what it is.
This episode of Fozcast is presented to you by Snickers. When VAR flashes up on the big screen, you know what's coming. Everyone groaning, shouting, maybe losing their cool. That's when you remember you're not you when you're hungry. Meltdown? Nah. It's just a sign. It's a sign for Snickers. So next time the referee runs over to consult the screen, keep your cool, keep your wit, you're off your game. When you're hungry, it's a sign for Snickers. Visit snickers.co.uk to learn more.
Right, should we go to Premier League quickly? And I know we've got this whole screen in front of us here, FA Cup final, which was miserable, by the way. Before we get into that, can we just talk about Liverpool for a second, please? And what potentially might happen with Liverpool FC and their manager? Because obviously got pumped by Villa, like rightly pumped as well on Friday night. Villa very good, deserving of the win, deserving of Champions League football. But Mo Salah put out a statement, didn't he, last week? And it was an absolute brutal one. Absolute brutal one. Basically saying that this isn't good enough, this season isn't good enough, I'm going to leave at the end of the season and I want to see this team be successful again. We should get back to heavy metal attacking football.
Do you know what it's like? It's like when you're a kid or something and you're about to leave the room and you go kind of like, yeah, fuck the lot of you, and slam the door.
There's that grenade. Deal with that. I'm gonna. So he said this, and by saying heavy metal attacking football, have they had a manager recently that played heavy metal?
I can't remember one.
So it's kind of it's not a great look, is it? It's not a great look.
Not.
And it puts a lot of pressure, I think, on Arne Slot. And you wake up this morning listening to Talk Sport, and mate, Liverpool fans genuinely now are. I used to think it would like maybe 50-50. I know it's been a disappointment, but it's like 80-20 now.
What, as in for Slot to go?
For Slot to go. They're calling for him to go because if you look at the squad that they've got, it's a good squad, a strong squad. They should be doing better than what they're doing, right? And that leads me to believe that then it's just the style of play. Because if you got them to play a heavy metal attacking type of football...
What's heavy metal attacking football, Ben?
Jurgen Klopp style of football. Jurgen Klopp pressing from the front and high intensity and getting up there as quickly as you can. Then that suits Liverpool down to the ground. Liverpool fans have been used to that for the last 7-8 years, yeah? So that's like part of what they are
There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise around it. And Liverpool fans, they know where they're at with Slot. And it hasn't been a vintage year off the back of a championship year. The only thing I'd say to caveat that is if they were going to do it, they've just watched a club legend who has done a remarkable job with Leverkusen and didn't quite work out at Real Madrid. They've just watched him sign for Chelsea. Yeah. So you kind of think if they were going to move, surely to God they'd have gone.
The only thing is, I don't think Xabi Alonso is heavy metal attacking football. I don't know where you're going to get one of them from, by the way.
No, you're going back to the Leipzig model, which is where it's all come from, or the German-based model of getting after it. But the Liverpool fans forsaked that style of football because they won the league. But ultimately, all them players, because Klopp only left that summer when they won the league, they played like that without Slot really knowing it. He had the bounce of heavy metal football, and then around his slightly different tactics. And this year, his tactics have grown and evolved, but the heavy metal football stopped. And the attacking players, for sure, would think that the game.
So does that mean though, Ben, that like from this point forward, that's how Liverpool play football? Like forevermore, this is how Liverpool play football?
I think it should, yeah.
Yeah?
I think it genuinely should. Like, you know, we were talking a few weeks ago, weren't we? But there's only a couple teams in world football that have an identity and a style of play. Ajax and Barcelona, basically, wasn't it, right? And I think Liverpool now have been so ingrained and used to it over the last 10 years with Jurgen Klopp that this should probably be the way that they play football now because they had success, 30 years ago, and then it had such a long time without it, and then all of a sudden they've brought it back again, and they're like, well, this is what we want to see now. This is it. This is what we are. And I just think that with this manager, he's not going to give them that style of football, so it's never going to work. It's not. They could go in the summer and go and buy 2 or 3 absolute world beaters, but until they change the style of football, it's not going to work for Liverpool FC.
It's going to be very difficult for them starting next season. You obviously got the World Cup now. We spoke about last show that there's a big break when you get to September, October, the amalgamation of that 3-week period. And when the fans have already smelling blood with Arne Slot, like if you start poorly next year, by that 3-week break, done. And then you've missed the opportunity with an Alonso type figure, whether he'd have been the right man or not. And then you're scrambling because all the best ones will have gone after the World Cup.
Yeah, well, they're looking at Iraola, aren't they? I think he's like the favourite. If Arne Slot was to go, Iraola would be the guy.
Did the Bournemouth recruitment team and bits and pieces over the last couple of years have all been up to Liverpool, haven't they? So maybe there's a little bit of that.
Wow, that was the chat, wasn't there? I think he's just left.
Yeah, we were going to leave.
Yeah.
It would definitely be a little bit more high intensity if you got Iraola. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to be Jurgen Klopp gegenpressing or anything like that, but it's still going to be a lot more high intensity. I just feel watching them on Friday night, I was just waiting for Villa to counter-attack and score, weren't you? You were. Like, Liverpool look nice and they've got lovely players, but every time they got the ball and really meaningfully attacked Villa, I'm thinking, another goal. It's going to be another goal here. Another goal.
Yeah, and our mate in goal didn't play
did he?
great, did he? I think if the talk of Alisson leaving, I don't think he's probably done enough.
I'm with you.
I think they might have to.
Yeah, too many goals going in where you think, oh,
Mamardashvili we're talking about.
They could be going back for your two's favourite Irish goalie. Could be coming back for him.
Queven.
Yeah.
What a boy. Queven Kelleher could play for anybody. Nice penalty he gave away at the weekend, actually, didn't he? Just fully banged him.
Do you know what? It's the first time I've
That went
watched.
under him from.
Yeah, it did.
Was it from Adam Morton?
Yeah, it's the first time I've watched football like that. So Big Steve had left, so I were having a couple of beers with Ethan. We're in the room, and it's the 4-screen Sky thing. I'd never watched it.
Yeah.
And then every time there's an instant, it blows up, doesn't it? And you get the full thing. And I sat there just having a few beers for 2 hours.
Nice way of doing it, isn't it?
Yeah, but you get all the
every
thing.
game go on.
Yeah, but in live time, I didn't think he'd actually touched him. But then when you break it down for
it's
the
a
penalty.
The only problem is when you watch footy like that. We did it when you did Match of the Day about a month ago, didn't we? You did Match of the Day, and they've got every game on like in the what do you call it, like the green room or studio? Yeah. So like the prep room. Yeah. So like they've got every game on. But they've got all the commentary on the same level as well. So, like, I don't know about you, but I was struggling to figure out which one to watch.
We basically had to get to the point where everybody just picked one game. We all just picked one game and focused on that one.
But that was the thing, the two guys, I think it was Lee Hendry, I don't know who else it was yesterday, but they're just talking about general, you know what I mean? And then when there's an instant, it's like you pick up on it and
they'd break
whatever.
it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Should we go for a little bit of FA Cup final?
We were talking about this just before the show, weren't we? I think it's because obviously we got the World Cup and obviously Champions League final. It was happening during the season and we've got midweek games. Yeah. It felt like a little bit of a non-entity, didn't it?
It was like watching a Community Shield game or something. It just didn't belong on a Saturday afternoon the week before the season.
Yeah.
The game has gone, Watto. The game is fully gone, hasn't it?
Yeah, but I think them players, like the FA Cup, used to be such an iconic thing. The season was done. This is where we finish. All the razzmatazz about
10 a.m. build-up.
Yeah, watching the team coach leave the hotel, bloody helicopters flying. It didn't feel like...
I didn't even know the game was on. I didn't know it was the FA Cup final.
Mate, I'll be honest, I didn't.
Honestly, I played golf dead early Saturday morning, right? 7 o'clock tee off, I'm thinking, legit, it's Saturday, the sun's shining, it's going to be a wicked day of getting back Premier League football, like checking my fancy Premier League. Look on live score. There's one game on today, and it's an FA Cup final. Like, who came up with this idea?
But it is really poor. I mean, the only thing out of the game, there were two moments for me out of the game. Obviously, the winners, unreal. And I was just delighted for Traff, because I felt really bad for him all year with Donnarumma coming in. But ultimately, for us as England fans and English goalkeeping fans, he's gone back to City, not played the league games he wants, but he's played in 2 FA Cup finals, 2 FA Cup, Cup runs, played in the 2 finals, both won. I think for him, apart from the consistency of playing in the Premier League, it's pretty positive.
Pep to trust him to play him in both of them and play him in both finals means he obviously knows he's got a very good goalkeeper. And I think the confidence he'll get from not only playing in the finals, but playing really well as well. He's done really well in all the FA Cup run, all the League Cup run, did really, really well. And I hope next season he will get a move somewhere and he will go and play first-team football and show everybody.
So he's a young goalkeeper. He's won two cups this year. Yep. He's played 16 games. Yep. Is there a world in which James Trafford stays at Man City and is happy? So, for example, if he was to play 20 to 25 games next season with modern football and goalkeeping, and he's winning cups every season.
No goalkeeper is happy being a bit part cup goalkeeper. Nobody. Not at his age, anyway. No. Not at Traff's age. you want to be playing, you want to be relied upon to be that first choice Premier League week in, week out goalkeeper, right? Watto?
Yeah, no, 100%. Look, what he's done, it's saved his season, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
It's saved his season. But look, there'll be so many techers for him. There's always going to be noise about Emi Martinez at Villa. Obviously, Spurs would want one if they stay in
Newcastle,
the league.
maybe,
Newcastle, for sure. He's going to have no end of suitors. It's whether City are prepared to let him go.
I think they're going to have to. I think they're going to have to.
They can't.
They're going to have to let him go.
It's just going to have to be a loan, yeah. And
Whether it's I agree. It might
only
be a
gonna
loan for a year. But even then, though, I just think it's like he's a victim of his own kind of like. It's a great move for him, City. It was. It's fantastic, and it would have been great to see.
At the time, it was a great move.
But then, obviously, when you've got a Gigi Donnarumma in there, did you see the save Gigi made at last week, by the way, against Palace? Oh my God, what a save that is! But I just think for him, it's so important to just be relied upon as that first choice. Get your move, get it done and dusted, sign a 4-year deal at Spurs or Newcastle or what you say, Villa or something, and then boom, you're away.
They're both that good. They can, like I've always said for the like at Southampton where I worked, you need 2 number ones because the drop off and you'd probably the risk of relegation. Now look, City are at the top of the tree and they don't want to drop off when they play, but you can't keep 2 like that happy at the very, very top of it. You can't.
Yeah. We've got a game tonight. Should we do a quick review of that? It's Arsenal versus Burnley tonight.
Any slip-ups?
I don't think so tonight. I won't be so... Right, Arsenal will win tonight. I'm pretty sure of that, yeah. Pretty positive about that. And as long as Man City do their job by beating Bournemouth and Villa, which probably will do, I don't think the Palace game is going to be that easy, you know. I don't, because I think... Obviously, they've got their cup final on the following Wednesday. I think they still need to stay sharp. They still need to stay on it. And at the weekend against Brentford, they were fully on it. It should have been 5 at our time, like we just said. So, mate, I still think there might be a twist.
I'm not sure. I was hearing a pundit, you said it then just now, and I heard a pundit say it might have been on Match of the Day, and they're saying Man City won't slip up. Bournemouth haven't lost in, 17?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that is the game where you think this might not make it to the weekend.
I know.
Well, Arsenal will be hoping that because ultimately they're still in the driving seat. We all accept that they should get over the line tonight, and I can't see any reason that they wouldn't do that. But when it gets to the last day, there's so many permutations. In the modern game now, you can get a red card for just a late challenge.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Well, you can get handball or might not get handball.
Oh, my God.
But I think with VAR, it puts different things in there that can potentially change it all. So going to the last day wouldn't be easy. And look, you've said before, London Derby, Palace are not going to roll over
I'm
that
with
match.
you, mate. And it's almost like we've just seen in Scotland, like anything can happen, Watto, can't it? Anything can happen. We're not going to get into it, all right?
No.
We're not going to get into it, but it stinks. It does. It stinks. We're gutted for Hearts.
I was gutted for Hearts.
It stinks.
My love for football seeped away midweek with the penalty that Celtic got.
We're not getting into it. Leave it alone. It stinks. That's all we're going to say, all right?
Was it a penalty?
Never. Oh my God!
Never been a penalty.
Honestly, the game's gone now. Like even the penalty they got there, and I've got nothing against Celtic. I've got nothing against Hearts. Nothing. I'm like impartial to it all. But the penalty they got against who were they playing? Motherwell. The penalty they got there. The penalty that they got against Hearts in this game. Like the guy's sliding. I'm thinking, is that the way the game is now? Yeah, we just give penalties for fun. Like it's rubbish. Anyway, what you were just saying there about penalties and not penalties and goals. Can we just talk about this Bryan Mbeumo Manchester United penalty? Like,
Mate, what are we doing? What are we doing now?
They didn't celebrate Man United with that goal.
Because they knew it wasn't a goal.
Saw what happened, and Mbeumo saw him run to the corner. He caught the ball. And but there's nobody in that stadium thought that's a goal. Now, this is where it has to be totally, totally wrong. Now, fortunately, Man United were always in the Champions League. Forest were safe. But really, that guy, he shouldn't manage. He shouldn't referee again.
That's a live picture of what he did in the game.
Do you know the thing is though? Usually they hide behind was it a clear and obvious error, and it was just like the first time or second time in God knows how many that they've he's gone with his original on field, and it's just a mess. Because I said it a couple of weeks ago, but any fucking chump, excuse my language, that has played football across a park like me, right, can go.
Mate, come on, you can't run with the ball and carry it.
Come on.
Mate, he's gone to VAR, and I don't even know why they've gone. He's gone to VAR and he's had a brain fart. I don't know what's happened to him at that point, but I'd love to hear the comms when he's gone on and said goal. Somebody must have been in his ears.
Are you taking the piss?
Seriously.
Mate, look at it again, please. Just please look at it again.
But we've got to have something. It always comes out a week later or something, doesn't it, like that? But we've got to have some kind of explanation for this, because at this point, managers, luckily for Forest, they're already safe, aren't they? Yeah. But they must be going, what the heck?
Do you know what? It's a shame that this will kind of overshadow the winning that, really, because Man United, they were actually quite good, to be fair. It was a good game, actually. It was obviously, you've got two teams that haven't got to really worry about anything now, and it was a free-flowing game, it was back and forth, but United could have scored, honestly. If they've got a killer in there, United, they're scoring 6 goals in that game. 6 or 7 goals.
The chances genuinely created. There's a real... obviously positive feel at the minute, and obviously the noises that Carrick at some point this week will be.
He's got to get it this week. They've got to do it. That'll do now. Just give it him quickly. Boom.
Yeah, get it done and try and get your plans in place before everybody shoots off and try and do some...
Did you see Michael Carrick saying lovely things about Elliot Anderson last week?
I didn't know.
Well, he did, but he was just saying, what a lovely player. Like, he's a beating heart of Forest and all that, and then he goes and gets 2 assists against Man United. I'm thinking, that's probably going to a move, that is, mate. There'd be a nice little £80 million bid coming in soon for you.
What about that front three? So I saw the stat at the weekend that all 3 of their summer signings, Mbeumo, Cunha and Sesko, have all hit double digits in the Premier League this season. Yeah, that's positive, isn't it?
Yeah, very positive. Yeah, I still do feel like they need that killer, though. Like, Sesko's, the last month or 6 weeks or so, has turned it on a bit and scored some goals. But I think if they still had a killer in there, a real sharp Haaland, just put the ball.
I think he could be. I think he could be the guy, but I think he needs somebody that's driving him, really pushing him, because obviously he's not the finished article, and obviously having competition. If you know, having scored, let's say he finishes the season with 12 or 13 goals, you need someone there to really drive him. Because if he knows he's going to be playing,
if they had a killer, and I think it would benefit Sesko as well.
It would.
His playing time probably would decrease, but I think he'd learned so much from him. But if you're coming up against Man United and they've got a main striker, and when that main striker is tired out at 70 minutes, 80 minutes or whatever, and you're bringing a Sesko on as well, you're going, for God's sake, here we go.
Yeah, I think they could do with upgrading for sure. Look, I've not been his biggest fan, but he's probably done, like you said, in the last 6 weeks, he's started to change my thought processes on him a little bit, but he's still not top for a team like that. I just saw that Højlund scored for Napoli, didn't he? So that's them got in the Champions League. So that triggers, I think it's 38 million.
I think it's 44 million euros, wasn't it?
Yeah, so about 38 million quid. So because they've got in the Champions League, that deal's in place, so that will be gone. So they are going to have, the massive club, but they are going to have funds to try and get some upgrades, you know what I mean?
You got a question on here, Tom. It says, Bruno, with 20th assist of the season, is he top 10 Premier League midfielders ever?
Yeah, that's my question to you.
Is he?
That's my question to you.
Yeah, I think he is. I
think he is too.
Yeah, for that output, that numbers, he has to be.
And my gosh. Just it's Man United, isn't it? You know the level of it. I just thought at certain points, I think he obviously got very, very frustrated, certainly with the level of player, but the coaching and the managers at some point, and he became quite selfish and not what a Man United captain should look like. Yeah. But I think, again, Carrick, deserves a lot of praise for what he's done with him and that group, really.
I think there's a bit of recency bias as well, that works against him in the fact that they've had a couple, 2 or 3 crap years, really, in the grand scheme of things. Yeah. And we always look back on yesteryear as Scholesy and Gerrard and De Bruyne and how he's left. And like you said, Ben, output-wise, and I think just you touched on that, Watto, just his personality and his demeanour sometimes, I don't think
helps him.
I don't think, do you know what? I think the United fans completely get him.
Yes.
And completely accept how wonderful he is. But I think it's probably the rest of the football world that maybe goes, I don't like that. But maybe this season, I think we've probably had our heads turned a bit in the positive direction where we go, you look past that, don't you?
Oh, mate, you watch him in person. If you actually go to any games and watch him, what he does is just, he's beyond world class. He's phenomenal. But when you mention those names that you mentioned, we obviously look at them with rose-tinted glasses, Scholesies and your Lampards and De Bruyne's, but he's right up there with them. I'm not saying he's better than them or he should be number 1 or 2 or 5 or 6. He's right up there with them. Yeah, he is.
He's got to be top. He's got to be close to the top 10 on the.
He'll be close to the top 5, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I think he'll be close to the top 5.
He's been top.
And I tell you what was amazing. I feel like this turnaround with Casemiro has been
Yeah.
amazing.
I know, amazing, and they'll miss him. They'll miss him.
Yeah, they will.
For just from pure set piece. Why he's good at doing what he's doing, right, is because he's not necessarily the target man in the set pieces. When you have a corner away, he's not necessarily the guy that you think we've got to really watch out, because he just, it's like he sneaks around.
A knack
of being in the right place at the right time,
isn't it?
Yeah,
and that's what you can't give these young players, and that's why if you always, in whatever team it is, you get that blend. That's
it works,
what makes you really successful.
Yeah, if you've got some real big hitters in there, big defenders, big Harry Maguires, it takes the attention away from a Casemiro, so he can go and do that. So I think they'll miss him, to be fair, and it'll be a shame to see him go as well, because for all of what's happened over the last couple of years with Jamie Carragher and let the football leave you and all that kind of stuff, I still feel like he's been a good addition to the Premier League.
Did you see Jamie Carragher? They kind of put him on the spot because Rio interviewed Casemiro last week. He speaks so softly, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
You'd think he'd speak like an absolute killer, but he's like really softly spoken. But yeah, I saw Jamie Carragher. He didn't quite go back on it fully, did he?
They're having beef all over the
Aren't they?
It's pathetic.
Aren't they? I want to talk about player of the season.
Hold on quickly before we move on. Gary Neville needs to stop saying delicious. He said it 2 weeks in a row.
Did he?
Yeah, he said it 2 weeks in a row. He said
on comms.
On comms. He said it in this game again, and he said it last
That's
week.
a big bugbear of ours, isn't
Massive
it?
bugbear.
Delicious has no place in comms.
He was talking about the cross, I think, from Bruno Fernandes, and it's a delicious cross. I'm going to piss off, Gary. Piss off.
Player of the season. I feel like we're going the way of we are. I looked at the previous winners, and it always seems to be the Premier League champion.
Yeah.
Player of the season comes from that, but it doesn't always happen with the manager of the season. Now, I guess the question is, should the player of the season come from the Premier League winners?
No.
I don't think it should.
I don't think it should either.
I don't think so, no.
Somebody who, regardless of what team they're in, no, not regardless, I think it goes hand in hand, and it can help support why you are the player of the season. Because if you're playing for a struggling team but you're shining, or if you're playing for a regardless, I think it's basically outperforming what you should be doing.
Yeah,
going above and beyond.
So if Arsenal had a player that drove completely and utterly,
probably
drove
Declan
them
Rice.
to the title.
Probably Declan Rice. But I think the problem with Declan Rice is his output of goals and stuff probably will be the reason why. And he gets a little bit of flack for his theatrics sometimes, right? Overacting, that's what people will say about it, and that will count against him. Bruno, I don't think, is universally liked in the Premier League, so that kind of goes against him a little bit.
Yeah, but you say Declan Rice. Let me just frame this one, right. With Declan Rice, he's phenomenal, right? He's had a brilliant season. But Arsenal, quite clearly, because no one's banged in 40 goals, they are a team.
Yeah.
And you could argue that Gabriel's possibly. You could argue that Gabriel's ahead of Declan Rice for for that.
I don't want to be the one who's picking the winner, to be perfectly honest.
So my pick would be Semenyo.
Yeah, I get that completely as well.
What he did for Bournemouth, and then what he's then continued at the bigger level for City, and again, gone on to be a winner, hasn't he? You know what I mean? He's really been what you want if you are City. When you sign that January signing, can they push you to the next bit?
And he has done,
10 for Bournemouth, 10 for City.
Has he really?
Yeah.
It's good, that, isn't it? That's really
Who would your player of the season be? Putting you on the spot here a bit, but
I'd probably go for Bruno for
would you?
The assists. Yeah,
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, and seeing him in person sometimes, I'm blown away by just what he does.
Isn't it mad how?
Phenomenal.
Like when you went to Champions League last week,
Arsenal,
isn't it mad how being there changes? Because you came back and the first thing he said to me went, Gyökeres just works like an absolute dog.
You don't see that when you're at the
No, you don't.
I know.
Like, I know that a goalie will not win it, but if Arsenal do win the league,
I think
Raya, because there's obviously we all have moments, but like he's been phenomenal.
Brilliant. He's had some big moments, isn't he?
Yeah, it's huge.
And you can't think of many times, like, you look at a goalie, most goalies, and usually you can, in your mind, think of 2 or 3 that they've chucked in that season. Yeah. With David Raya, he's pretty consistent.
He had a couple of passes that kind of got missed and cut out and maybe scored against him, but other than that, everything, his whole all-round game, just the ultimate all-round goalkeeper at the minute. He really is. He's doing everything.
He's been top, hasn't he?
He's doing absolutely everything.
This episode is brought to you by Expedia and Las Vegas. Don't have a match ticket? No problem. Because in Vegas, the experience extends far beyond the tournament. turning every match into a celebration. Think can't miss watch parties, big screens by the pool, world-class dining, resorts and nightlife that carries on long after the final whistle. It's football, but layered into something bigger, something you can build an amazing trip around. The kind you plan with your friends where match day stretches into the whole day and every result, win, draw, or somewhere in between, feels like a moment worth celebrating. So if you're looking to be part of the energy without a seat in the stadium, book a trip today with Expedia and turn tournament season into a Vegas getaway.
And what do you make of Alonso to Chelsea?
Manager Alonso.
Or coach?
No, manager Alonso.
Is he?
Yes.
Is that what they're...
So Chelsea, historically, over the last 4 or 5 managers, going back to Pochettino and Potter...
Now, that might be 10 or 12 managers.
Yeah, I know. And Liam Rosenior, they've always announced them as our new head coach. With Alonso, they announced him as manager, as our new manager. And that's what Chelsea need. They need a manager. They need to know that he's the guy that's in charge. I'm going to pick the players, I'm going to sign the players, and I'm going to play the players and the formation that I want to play.
I don't think he's going to go to the club unless there's a few assurances about...
promises, yeah.
Like, I know that potentially he could be sacked by the September-October one, like any Chelsea manager could be. But, like, he has got a proven record. It didn't work out at Real Madrid for whatever reason, but he's been there, seen it. He knows the Premier League as a player. And I think on what he did when Leverkusen did what they did, with a group of younger players, not necessarily, hey, look, these Chelsea players are superstars, but the young superstars, if he could get anywhere near having a real input into some recruitment and doing what we said, get a little blend with it, look, I think they're not far off being should be a proper team. They get a proper goalie in the goals. They'd probably be contenders already, to be
Do you know what I think they need to do? Do you know, like, the reason why PSG are the best team in the world, right? They've got phenomenal players. They are phenomenal. But their work rate, right? Their mentality and their work rate is better than everybody else's. They want it. Look, you watch with the eye test and it's like they want it more than anybody else.
Yeah.
And Chelsea, right? They've got, like what I said, some world-class players. They have. Not necessarily world-class, but some very, very good players, right?
Young players.
But they haven't got that nastiness or that want or that need to go and really fight and try and win games. And if Alonso can instill that in them and demand that from them and make it that's the minimum you give me, first and foremost, you give me that nastiness.
It'd be incredible.
Mate, it'd be incredible.
You watch PSG, what's the centre half called? Marquinhos, isn't it?
Yeah, Marquinhos, yeah.
Been there years. He's driving that culture.
I know.
And then Enrique at the side, every time there were a ball, went past somebody, if he weren't full gas.
Get after it.
And I think if Alonso can take that mentality into it with a couple of experienced ones to get into that, I think they've got some real talent.
We always say, like with XG, it's all only tells part of the story, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's a trend. And when you look at it over the course of time, and I thought sort of yesterday that Chelsea have been outrun in, I think, was it all of their games bar 1 or 2 this season?
Honestly,
now, if that's isolated and it's 2 or 3 and there's a tactical element, But if that's over the course of a whole season, that's the worry. But I think my biggest concern for Alonso would be is trying to put this jigsaw together now of bringing in new players. Obviously, we know contractually they like to put them on long-term deals. So I think it's a little bit where United were maybe last season, where they had the Sancho. You know, they had like the Sanchos, the Højlunds.
Too many.
And I think United have actually done a really, really good job
Getting rid of them.
of managing that, haven't they?
Yeah,
and I know they've still got like loan players, like, you know, even Rashford's still out on loan. But I think they did a really good job of taking, I guess, the issues away from the club, out the door.
It's what I'm worried about with Chelsea is I don't know if you will be able to instill that nastiness into them because they've got 7-year contracts. That 7-year contract softens you so much.
And you can't be going out training every day with 40 players.
No, you can't.
You know, I know they've got loads of loans and options for certain things, but at points this season, I kept reading about it, the group was so big, you need 2 pitches at the side of each other just to train.
That's crazy,
It's too many numbers, and it's too many numbers for, it doesn't matter who the manager or head coach is, to manage all that.
Yeah.
You can't do all that. Smaller is better, but get it right, you know?
Is it too big a job for Alonso to not go? Because it's really easy to sat on the couch on a Monday morning, but I think if he'd have held on, he probably could have had his pick of better run clubs.
Yeah, probably, yeah. It's probably a really good project for him, to be fair. And again, going back to when he signed about being the manager, having assurances, it depends what assurances they've given him, because it wouldn't surprise me if Chelsea have gone, do you know what, we've got to a point now where we do not know what we're doing. So Xabi, can you come in and just like help us? Please?
Help us, yeah. I
just
think
help
they've
us.
got to stick with
you set the
somebody
culture,
somehow.
You do it now because we are failing all over the place. We are.
And in his managerial career, Watto, what level is he now? Because obviously he's not a rookie, but he's certainly not super experienced.
No, look, what he's done in the game, when you look at his Leverkusen team, 2.14 points per game. They won the league and the cup. They were a phenomenal team, and they had a relentlessness about them because they won so many late games. And for them to do that in that league, and it's not disrespectful to them, but Bayern Munich normally win it at a canter. Yeah. I mean, so comfortable. So to even get close and compete, he really did produce something. And he got the opportunity to go to Madrid. Now, it didn't work, but he's still on 2.2
points per game. I think it was the cup competitions that...
It's huge. But, like, if you've managed that, it's going to give you a bedding for what you're coming into at Chelsea, 100%. And I think if they can go past a few little bumps in the road early and actually stick with it, it could be a real good fit for him.
You know what, right? I think he's got that aura. He's got that history where people go, "Oh my God, this Xabi Alonso. This is oh my God." Right, but like he needs to. We know what it's like being in football, right? The manager needs to be a real kind of strong. You've got to know that he's got it. You've got to know that he knows what he's doing and you trust him, right? So we're going back a minute here, but Unai Emery at Villa, right? The reason why he's such a good manager, and people say, oh, he's such a good manager, is not just because of the results he gets all the time, but that's a byproduct of what he does. If you look at how Villa play, right, you can tell that he trains them really hard, and he knows that he basically says to the lads, right, listen, this is what we're doing, and it's drilled into him, to the point that in a game, if a player isn't doing that, he can rightly bollock them, right? Whereas some managers haven't trained it so hard, so if a player doesn't do something and the manager bollocks them, they'll go, hang on a minute, you ain't taught me this, you ain't showed it me, right? Yeah, you haven't got a leg to stand on in that instance. Whereas Unai Emery does show them, and he's drilled them to an absolute inch of their life. That's why he's such a good manager, is because one, they're drilled, but two, he demands so high from them. Yeah. And if you can get them two things working in tandem with each other, you've got a wicked chance, honestly. Yeah. And that is why everybody buzzes off Unai Emery, because he's the full package of a manager. He is.
I was watching Match of the Day this morning, and they said if Villa finish fourth and win the Europa League, then we don't get the spot. Because obviously if they finish fifth, they're out of the automatic Champions League spots. Yeah, but because they win the Europa, they automatically...
Well, I would expect Villa to get beat at City on the last day for obvious reasons. They'll have played on the Wednesday night. I know City play midweek because they're catching up at Bournemouth, but Villa hopefully win the cup on the Wednesday and the season's done, isn't it, for them? You know.
Can we just talk about him, right? Because I've got loads of mates that are Villa fans, right? And they are brilliant at going, he is brilliant, Unai Emery is brilliant because of X, Y and Z. Right? Yeah. And when you look at it, and they've got like rose-tinted specs on, but when you look at it and you go, yeah, can't argue with that.
Yeah,
and like package, 28 million net spend. 28 million net spend. And that isn't because they've sold someone for 150 million. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
This is why the manager is so important. And the reason why everybody buzzes off him, going back to it quickly, is it's hours on the training ground. Yeah. It's hours of painstaking and... Like, you know what it's like with players? They've got the attention spans of, like, elephants. Honestly, like, you give them, like, anything more than 5-10 minutes.
Haven't elephants got really good memories and attention spans?
Like that. Fish. A fish.
Gnat.
Anyway,
a goldfish.
Yeah. Like, anything longer than 10 minutes, and they're like, oh, this is boring, this is miserable. But he's obviously got this, like, way of doing it which... like interests the players. They know they're working as a team properly because for a Villa they won't have the world-class players like some of the teams, but they can be more organised and they can work harder, and that's what Unai Emery does to them. It's hours on the training pitch.
I bumped into Ross Barkley probably a month ago on the high street, and he said that like it's unbelievable. And that's why when the new players come in, they don't always get straight in the team and that, because until you're drilled and you do what you
know the system. Until you know the system.
You ain't doing it. And you know if you do it in training and get it wrong, then that's bad for you. But if you do it on the match and you get it wrong, and you've trained, and because that's the point, it's training and training and training, then you'll not be nowhere near it.
Players always want to be let off the hook. They do. They always want to be let off the hook.
He don't let you off the
hook. So if a manager has not drilled it in training, they will always let you down because they've got a leg to stand on then, because then they can say, you haven't shown me that in training.
Do you think there's, with this Harvey Elliott situation, which appears to be an absolute mess, and the reality is if he plays X amount of games, they trigger a clause, but do you think possibly there might be a little bit more to it, Watto.
Yeah, look, I've not been told anything, but looking from the outside in, when I see with my own eyes, when I've watched Villa and I hear about the training regime and what's got to be done or not done, then I would assume quite simply that he's not conformed.
Buying into it, yeah. He's not willing to do the hard yards, the dirty, grindy stuff, because I think there's a lot of academy players come up nowadays and they're playing this lovely academy football and it's all about showcasing your skills and what you can do. Premier League football ain't about that. Unless you're willing to work as part of a team. Look at the best teams in the Premier League at the minute. Man City have worked their socks off, yeah? Arsenal players work their socks off. That's the reason why they are the best team in the league.
Chelsea being outrun every match, so they're purely relying on talent to have gotten what they've got to now.
Do it. Hard work.
It ain't going to do it. Alonso's first message when he gets in there saying, "You've got X amount of points this year, and you've been outrun every match."
Yeah.
We changed that. We're contenders already.
Do you know the thing is as well? Because everybody should be accountable nowadays with all the stats that we've got, right?
Yeah.
If we finish a football match and we've lost, and the manager gets the stats up on a Monday morning and goes, right, lads, you got beat in high-intensity runs, you got beat in sprints, and you got beat in overall running distance, yeah? You lot are fucked. Because you're working that week. You mean you're running your socks off.
That's why
next Saturday, if you don't do it again, mate, you're doing it again. So you do that until you are outrunning every team.
You know the teams that are under pressure like that for the manager on a Monday morning because they sprint like fuck for the ball off the ball boy. Just get a few extras.
Yeah. Do you remember when Bielsa? We had that Bielsa ball.
Yeah,
remember?
Mate, incredible.
Like, my God.
Mate, it's honestly...
I mean, that was probably not sustainable.
No,
but they're fit as butchers'
mate,
dogs,
they're fit as
mate, to
butchers'
do
dogs,
that.
but you've got to have that. You've got to be able to do that because you're not going to have the world-class players like your Man Cities and your Arsenals. You haven't got that luxury, but you can outwork everybody. You can. It's as simple as that.
Right. There's something I want to speak about here, and we have had a vintage weekend of celebrations.
Oh, right, I was going to say.
Because in years to come, we remember we've had like Facundo Sava with the mask and all these brilliant things. We've had a vintage weekend. So my question is to you boys, what's the better celebration? Enzo Lefebvre with his Spider-Man mask doing his thing, or Will Asula with his MJ white glove?
Watto is not having any of it, by the way.
Not particularly having any of it, but I didn't like the white glove, I have to give you that one. I preferred the Spider-Man mask.
It wasn't a white glove, it was a Michael Jackson
Sparkly
glove.
Sorry, sparkly.
Did you see Roy Keane? When he was
Oh, mate.
Honestly, it's gold. It's absolute gold. His head is just gold. Absolutely, you know what, I pissed myself laughing when he went, oh, it's a disgrace. Oh, he's a disgrace. And he went, he can move. In fairness, he can move.
Do you know what annoys Roy Keane is that one's like 9th in the league, the other one are 11th in the league, isn't it? Or whatever. But what do you prefer?
I must admit, I did like Will Asula's. I did.
Me too.
I probably went the other way because I've not got the move, so just stick a mask on's easy.
Yeah, probably.
I saw Lefebvre went and got it. I think was it from his brother in the crowd.
Yeah.
But I don't know where. Did you see where Will Asula picked his?
He's got it in his pants.
He must have had it.
I didn't see him get it from the shot. He must have it.
There's no Newcastle fan walking about with a glittering glove.
Did you see Kieran Trippier as well? Kieran Trippier was all looking at it as if saying, "What the fuck are you doing?"
He was like, "Come on,
absolute dickhead, get back in now." Oh, it's good though. Yeah.
He got quite emotional, Trippier, at the end.
Yeah,
when
he
they
did,
took him
didn't
off.
he?
Well, we've had two kind of right backs, haven't we, or two full backs. We've had Kieran Trippier and Seamus Coleman.
Yeah.
60.
John Stones leaving.
Oh yeah, of course. Few
Silva,
legends.
Bernardo
Yeah,
Silva.
yeah. 60 grand, Seamus Coleman.
Unreal.
That's
Unreal.
probably one of the best bits of business.
Are we
you'll
going
ever do.
to
Probably, yeah.
I think he's earned the fact that we just ignore that final goal.
I can't remember that one, Tom.
I can't.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we just talk about West Ham? Because, mate, how to shoot yourself in the foot, right, Watto?
Yeah. I kind of fancied that they might get something out
Yeah,
of that game,
me
just
too,
the
me
enormity
too, yeah,
of it, so they could guarantee getting down to the last match of the season. Obviously, Leeds at home, I think Leeds have been phenomenal all season, as we know, so it's no gimme. But to go down with a whimper like that...
It was a whimper, wasn't it?
I thought so, yeah. It didn't leave me with a good feel. Obviously, the players went over to the fans at the end, and the fans weren't having none of it. And, like, Nuno's body language on the side...
Mate, every time a goal went in, like, he would literally just sit there,
and
like, head hung, and you knew that's like resignation, isn't it?
Well, that's exactly... It looked like the fate were sealed.
Because you don't want to go to Lincoln away on Tuesday night.
Not wrong, yeah.
He don't
I think they will be, though. I think they will be, because I can see Spurs picking up a point or two in the next, and that'll be it. But just a performance from West Ham alone, just that first 20 minutes, oh my gosh, it was brutal to watch. It really was.
Yeah, I think Spurs have obviously picked up at the right time, and West Ham have gone the other way. I think that's 3 defeats on the spin now, and it would be an incredible turnaround.
Well, they need a point. Spurs just need a point.
Yeah, and
it's Chelsea, and then they've got Leeds.
Everton at home.
No, sorry, Everton. Yeah, that's it. They just need a point, Spurs, just because of the goal difference, basically.
Just quickie, Lewandowski's leaving Barca.
Yeah, it'd be a good signing for somebody.
Man United, isn't he?
It's not Lewandowski that we know, but it'll be a good signing.
37.
Man United have got a history of signing these sort of players.
Just for a year. Just for a year, mate.
It'd be like you talk about Sesko, like having him to teach you the ropes.
I think it'd be great for Man United.
Wouldn't he?
Really
Like you said, they've had like Falcao, Henrik Larsson, Ibrahimovic,
Odion Igalo.
Well, there goes
Cavani.
You got Cavani's in there.
Yeah, Cavani's in. But I think he'd be great for Man United because it raises that standard. Yeah, you like look at Lewandowski. The reason why he's 37 and still playing at the top of his.
He's a winner, isn't he?
He's a winner. He's professional. He knows how to do it properly, and I think that is what Man United need of having that sort of guy.
Imagine if we've plucked that from thin air today.
That'd be great.
Mate, he scored over 700 goals. Like, if any player was to play 700 games in their career, they'd be over the moon, right?
Over the moon. 700 goals, joke.
Proper play.
Quiz?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Right, guys, it's getting close to the end of the quiz. Tom, you are top of the table with 11. Ben, you're on 10. Watto, you're on 9. And Toes, he's out of it. He's on 6.
Cool. He got out of it before he started. He just didn't realise.
He's done well, to be fair.
Yeah. Okay, we're ready, lads?
Yeah.
Question 1. Before Brennan Johnson, who was the last Welshman to score in a Europa League final?
Craig Bellamy.
No.
Hal Robson-Kanu.
No. Before Brennan Johnson, who was the last Welshman to score in a Europa League final? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Joe Allen.
Nope. All back in.
Aaron Ramsey.
Not Aaron Ramsey.
Mark Hughes.
Not Mark Hughes.
I was going to say Aaron Ramsey.
Europa League final.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to ask the question again.
No, you're not.
Fucking slaughtered.
5, 4, 3.
Gareth Bale. Have I said him?
No. The answer.
Don't say the answer. Come on, we've got to get this.
No, but it's probably from 1930 or something.
Is it recently?
No, it's from 2010.
Europa.
Oh, wow.
Oh, was it? Okay. Oh, did Fulham score when they lost? Oh, it's Fulham. No, did they lost 1-0?
Harry Wilson?
That's no, not Harry Wilson.
God knows.
Go on.
Answer is Simon Davies.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's good.
For Fulham.
Yeah.
Good question.
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Hard, but
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Somebody will have got it when
Yeah.
they tell us that we're all Muppets.
Don't want to make it too easy because that sets the tone, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I can't answer the first question.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
Also
You're not allowed.
And
Yeah.
head loss for the quiz. Yes, correct.
For the good of the quiz. Question 2. Not including interim or caretaker managers, who are the only permanent club Paul Scholes has been a manager at?
Oldham.
Oldham Athletic is the correct answer. Well done, Ben.
That rolled off the tongue.
Yeah. Oldham.
Question 3.
I knew that one.
Harry Kane, Marcus Rashford, and what other male British player currently playing abroad has got an MBE?
Vardy.
Not Vardy.
That's a great answer.
Question.
Harry Kane, Marcus Rashford, and what other male British player currently playing abroad has got an MBE?
Robbie Keane.
Not Robbie Keane.
Playing. Eric Dyer?
Not Eric Dyer. All back in.
Harry Kane, Marcus Rashford.
Yeah. And what other British player currently playing abroad has got an MBE?
Not Jude, is it?
Not Jude. 5.
Trent.
No. 4.
For an MBE, Jude. Isn't it?
3, 2, 1. The answer is Raheem Sterling. Feyenoord.
Very good.
Yep.
World-class quiz today.
Didn't even think about him.
Very good.
He's not had a good time out there, has he? Bless him.
Scores and doors 1-0, Ben.
Yeah.
Question 4. Iliman Ndiaye has played for Everton and what other English club
Sheffield United.
on a permanent basis?
Yeah.
Sheffield United. He went on loan to Hyde in 2020.
Wow.
He went to hide.
Yeah.
Mika Hyde.
Did they find him?
Watto's on
Well done,
fire.
Watto. Love it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I tickled Luke, that one.
Question 5. According to Capology, Reece James is now the joint highest paid player at Chelsea with what other player?
Enzo.
Not Enzo. He's third. According to Capology, Reece James is now the joint highest paid player at Chelsea with what other player?
Caicedo.
Not Caicedo.
Kante.
Not Kante. Kante's in Saudi. All back in.
Cole Palmer.
Not Cole Palmer.
Mikhailo Mudryk.
Not Madrid.
Good guess, though.
Just you, Watto.
80 mil, didn't it?
Kante.
Kante. N'Golo. Kante. 5.
I'll say João Pedro, but it's not.
Not João Pedro. It is Wesley Fofana.
Wow.
200 grand a week.
Damn. That'll do, won't it, lads?
That'd be nice, yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely want
Done
to
well
see
with that one, hasn't he?
Very well.
Yeah.
8 years of that.
Yeah.
Hasn't been brilliant, funnily enough.
No.
Been injured, hasn't he?
That's why we forgot him.
Question 6 is a career path question. I have played for Manchester United, Stockport County loan, Grimsby Town loan, Shrewsbury Town loan, Sheffield United loan, Nottingham Forest loan, Crystal Palace.
Henderson.
Dean.
Dean. Oh, I can't have it, can I?
Dean Henson.
Well done, Ben.
What?
Correct answer.
Why can't he have that?
We said Henderson. It could have been Jordan Henderson.
No chance. I'll give that to Watto.
You give it to Watto?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, we'll give it to
Common
Watto.
sense.
We'll give it to
That's
Watto.
the
Okay,
answer.
no, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Thank
Come
you
on.
so much.
We couldn't have had that. That
Yeah.
would have.
That's
Could have been
well,
Jordan.
yeah.
Who did you say it could have been?
Jordan.
Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
Famous goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Oh no, he didn't say goalkeeper. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that.
Give me a point.
No. Scores and doors 1-1-1.
1-1-1.
Question 7. What nationality is Newcastle defender Malik Chow?
German.
German's the correct answer. Well done, Watto. Quick with that one. Take the lead.
Well done, Watto.
Question 8. What Englishman has the most hat-tricks in Premier League history?
Andy Cole.
Andy Cole is not the correct answer. What Englishman has the most hat-tricks in Premier League history?
This is a good quiz, this is, Jamie.
Thanks.
This is, I don't know why you've saved it to the end of the season, like Newcastle, but you know.
Jermaine Defoe.
Not Jermaine Defoe.
What did he say?
Can't tell you.
That's why you shouldn't be a scumbag, Tom.
5, 4, 3.
Robbie Fowler.
Robbie Fowler is incorrect. All back in.
Alan Shearer.
Alan Shearer is the correct answer.
I thought someone said it. I was too busy abusing him. I thought someone said it.
Alan Shearer 11, Robbie Fowler 9, Kane and Owen 8.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I thought he'd said it. I was too busy giving you
I would
shit.
say it.
You literally said Shearer.
I know.
Shearer.
And
Well.
you changed.
Anyway.
2, 2,
1.
1.
Tight now, Tom, this.
Question 9. Antoine Semenyo and what player from Spurs are the only 2 players from Ghana to play in the Premier League this season?
Basuma.
Not Bissouma.
Sorry, I'm not being a dickhead, but I
it's
didn't
fine.
understand the
Yeah,
question.
but you can have, no, you do get to,
Oh, okay.
you
Say
do
that
get
again.
No.
Anton Semenyo. And what other player from Spurs are the only 2 players from Ghana to play in the Premier League this season?
Yeah. I thought you said which other 2 players from Spurs.
Oh,
5,
I don't know his name.
4,
Is
3.
he come off injured the other
2,
week?
1. You're both out.
I'm gonna
All back in.
It's, well, I'll say Matthias Tell because that's the net. But it's
Not
not
Tell.
him. But it's
Star.
Not Sir.
Conor Gallagher.
easy one for you, Luke, this, isn't it?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're out. You used to play for West Ham. Mohamed Kudus.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. It's because you've been injured for ages.
Yeah.
I was thinking that injured one, but I couldn't. Yeah.
What's the score?
Okay, fine.
2-1.
2 to Watto. 2
Oh
to Ben.
my God,
1
Tom.
to Tom.
Come on!
And Tom take it to a tiebreaker. Question 10. Teddy Sheringham has played in England and what other country on loan?
Scotland.
India.
No and no.
Oh.
Tom.
Did he play in India?
Teddy Sheringham has played in England and what other country on loan?
Absolutely no idea. Scotland.
Not Scotland, no. All back in.
I'm going to say France.
Not France.
I didn't know he had.
Spain.
Not Spain. Can you pull out the bag, Tom?
Belgium.
Not Belgium. The answer is Sweden.
Nah, when he was a pup.
Yeah. It
to be
was
fair,
Hold on, wait there.
1985 on loan from
What team was it?
Djurgården. Djurgården.
Djurgården.
Djurgården.
Wasn't that where Potter was? Was it?
Maybe. I feel like he was there as a manager. But, right, it takes us to a tiebreaker.
Right.
Oh, does it? Are we tiebreaking?
because you guys are on 2.
Wow. Oh, it's good for the quiz at least.
It's good for the
Yeah.
quiz. Yeah.
Go for it.
Question 11. Reading's first stint in the Premier League was with what manager?
Steve Coppell.
Steve Coppell is the correct answer.
Did we have this question?
No, we
like
haven't had
2
that
weeks
question
ago?
I was
before.
thinking,
No.
what was that guy like with a bald type head? I thought it was
Steve
him.
Coppell, isn't it?
No.
No, Eamon, square glasses.
Yeah.
Brian McDermott.
Yes.
Yeah.
John. Yeah, Brian McDermott. That's right.
So,
Oh,
Steve
sorry,
Ben won the quiz.
Watto.
Well
Oh
done.
my God!
Yeah.
Bastard!
It was too obvious, though. I felt like it was.
Yeah, that's
too...
why I was thinking of that McDermott fella.
There we go.
Anyway.
So, Ben, that takes you up to 11, joint top with Tom going into the final day.
How many quizzes genuinely have we got left?
We've got next week.
I'm not here next week.
Me neither.
Oh,
Huh? Are you not?
Not Monday. No.
Oi, lads, do you want to do a quiz? Should we do it on Monday, yeah?
just you, Ben. You automatic win. They forfeited. Takes to the top.
Oi, should we get the crew in? Let's get the crew in. Let's do a crew. Like,
crew will fill in,
we'll
final
just press
day.
record and you lads can do it with me, yeah? Right, get in the comments down below, right? Watto and Tom are both away next week, yeah?
Who wants to do the show?
Can we, honestly, would you mind?
Surely somebody can be better than me.
Would you mind if I get the crew in to talk about stuff, yeah? We'll do a crew show, yeah? Final game of the season?
Why not?
I think Toes is in.
Fuck Toes!
Oh, we
I
love
want the
Toes.
crew.
We love
I want
Toes.
Scotty Boy and I want Luke alongside Jamie, all right? I want to hear what your
Because
ball
he'll be
knowledge is.
like Birmingham this, Birmingham that.
You have to
but-
show all them videos we watched this morning for half hour before we started.
So we've got next week's show. Then we've got a team of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we doing a quiz on team this season?
Yeah.
And we're doing awards, like an awards stroke.
Award
yeah.
stroke
England.
Three. So we've got
Yeah.
3 more possible quizzes.
And
Yeah.
with the end of season quiz, do we tie that in?
Yeah. Okay.
End of season finale, like
Yeah.
a big whopper.
The
Yeah,
thing
but
is,
it depends if we have on.
The thing is, you should want Luke to do it next week because he'll win the quiz.
Yeah.
He will 100% win the quiz.
Especially if
he's
there's
doing
some
it.
Spurs questions.
Yeah.
Shall I do the quiz? Shall I write the quiz? this
You
week?
write the quiz, yeah, and we'll get the boys in on the show, right? Deal?
Yeah, well, I'm guaranteed 0 on the quiz.
I'm going to find out what pressure's all about, wouldn't you?
yeah.
All right. Well done, everybody. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye bye.
Later, boys and girls.